A table gives ordered pairs for 7 points from a larger data set. The larger data set can be modeled by a sinusoidal function f with a period of 6. The minimum values of the data set occur at x values that are multiples of 6. So you are a minimum and you are a minimum. Ooh. What is the following, which one of the following best describes f of x for the larger data set? All right. So I'm going to compare this to the equation y equals a times whatever trig function it is that we care about. And it looks like in this case we care about cosine because those are my only options. B times x minus c, close it, plus d. Now, what does each letter mean? A stands for amplitude, amplitude. B is the frequency, which is 2 pi over the period. C is a horizontal translation, in other words, moving left or right. And D is a vertical translation, in other words, moving up or down, also known as my midline. Okay, so let's see if we can find stuff out. If I were to graph this out, okay, best as I can, and it's not going to be pretty, we have 0 at -4, and then 1 is -1, and then 2 is 3, and then 3 is 6, and then 4 is 3, and then 5 is -1, and then 6 is -4. Good job graphing by me. So it looks like we do have a cosine function that starts down here, bottoms out at -4, peaks out at +6. So we have to find our amplitude based off of this number and that number, which will also help us find our midline. So let's find our amplitude. Our amplitude is going to be the larger number minus the smaller number, divided all by 2. So 6 minus -4 is going to be +10. +10 over 2 is 5. Okay, that's my amplitude. My midline is very similar, but you add the numbers. 6 plus -4 all over 2, which is going to be y equals 2 over 2, which is 1. So the amplitude is 5, the midline is 1. Now, if I go up and then down, okay, this is my period right here. Okay, my period goes from 0 to 6. So in order to find B is going to be 2 pi over 6, which is pi over 3. I'm not moving left or right. So to build this equation, we have y equals the amplitude, which is 5, then cosine, by the way, I know that I'm not doing this completely correct. Give me a minute. Cosine of b, which is pi over 3, x minus 0, so just x, plus 1. Now here's the thing. If cosine starts here, and I'm not worried about shifting left or right, cosine's supposed to start up there. So we have to throw a negative in front of it. That's how I knew I wasn't right. So I have -5 cosine pi over 3x plus 1, which gives us a final answer of D.